What's up? Hey everyone, welcome back to Kitchen Table TCG. Today we're going to talk about Tales of Aria First Edition. A couple cool things in the market this week, a couple things to talk about with Unlimited coming up that have leaked out. Lots of dialogue to be had. Hope you're having yourself a great day, a great week. Tomorrow night, Tuesday night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, me and a couple of guys from Team Kitchen Fable as well as Hometown TCG are going to be playing a game of Ultimate Pit Fight. I think this is going to be something we regularly do. I don't know how regularly, but I hope you can join that. Hope you can join us for that tomorrow night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Without further ado, let's hop into the EV going on for Tales of Aria. So first off, if you want access to all this information, there's a collection tracker over on my Patreon at patreon.com/KitchenTableTCG. Gets you access to a collection tracker, gets you access to the Discord server, all the things we do, Metazoo, product, all the things. Anyway, and you also get access to a 10% off Midtown Merchant discount code, which is also super great and can pretty much pay for your entire thing. So that's that. You get product, you get all sorts of things. It's a good time. So let's hop into this whole thing, Tales of Aria First Edition. So right now, box prices, what do you want to call it? How do you want to call this? 111. Like, this is Star City Games, who was pre-selling at 175. Now they're selling boxes at 111. They're selling for about 115, 110, 111, 115. eBay is a little bit softer, but that seems where prices are. That's a little bit up from last week, but honestly, this is just like a supply demand thing. I think Unlimited is going to come out, and it's going to be interesting to see what happens to sealed First Edition boxes. There is, if you didn't catch this, a good chunk of these on the market. Star City Games has 20 of them on there. Global Games has 12 of them. There's just 17, 18. There's 40 listings, but a lot of those have a lot of listings. So there's a lot of products still on the market. eBay is pretty saturated. I know Facebook's pretty saturated as well. I'm going to call it 111 this week. Looking at Corsham, there is currently a little bit of a Corsham buyout going on. A couple people have been talking about Corsham sold listings at like $625 on eBay. I can't get 130 point to work on this computer right now, so I can't really show it to you, but that's the sold listing I pulled up this week. But you can see TCG Player, it's kind of the similar thing. You got sales at 500, 575, 700. The TCG low right now is 685. But there are sold listings for about $625 on eBay, and that's what I decided to go with. That's slightly up. There's a little buyout going on in this. I would be careful about spending more than $500 on Corsham. Usually the Fables follow a percentage of about a case or 5 boxes would be about the average for a Fable if you look back on the history of the cold foils. So I would say about 5 boxes should be your goal to spend if you're looking to buy. That's just kind of where things land longer term. So 6 boxes seems a little bit much. I would say about $550 is really the accurate price for a Corsham. Looking at the legendaries, we're not up at all. It's like nothing's changed. We have some cards are up, some cards are down. Some cards are up, some cards are down. You've got Crown of Seeds at 180, still Heart of Ice at 150. You've got Shark Charmers at 175. That's slightly down. Rampart is up. I wanted to show you guys all this. Rampart is up 250. Seems to be like the sold listing. This one was an LP at 190. You've got plenty that are selling around the 250 now. If you were speccing on this card in hopes of Unlimited having a different image on it, you were wrong. This is a picture that's been floating around on the interwebs. Rampart, this is, it is an Unlimited Rampart, and it is from Asia. They've already gotten the product. And, this is, it's full art. It's the same thing. It's just not cold foil. So if that's what you were speccing on by buying Ramparts, unfortunately, it seems like you were wrong. Spellbound Creepers sitting at 145. That's down a little bit. Your average price is still sitting at 190. Looking at your cold foils, though, the equipment, the weapons here are starting to balance out in the $80 range. Voltaire is going down and Winter's Wail is going up, and then Duskblade is still sitting at around $50. Somebody is buying out the pulses. I know we've seen this on Facebook. There's a couple people who are buying out the pulses. This Pulsa candle hold is the one that's really gone up this week. If you look at the cold foil sales history, you can see it's just been purchased, upwards of $100. I'm tracking it at 90, but it's been purchased upwards of 100. You got 75. A lot of movement on the card. I'm not sure exactly where this is coming from. I don't know if it's organic or not, but around 90 seems to be that one. And the other ones are still sitting around 70. I'm actually surprised that Pulse of Eisenloft isn't the more expensive one, because I know a lot of people are building Oldham, although I guess, I don't know. I guess a lot of people are building Briar too, so it kind of makes sense that candle holds up. Meanwhile, your cold foil commons are just sitting at this average of $10. Actually, technically the average is $12, but that's still down 4%. Your average Majestic is up 1% to $74. Your average common is sitting at just under $12. Your average cold foil then sitting at $35. So not much changing there. Speaking of not much changing, Channel Lake Frigid, about 2% down. I actually pulled Channel Lake Frigid and Corsham the other day in a pack when I was just hanging out with my wife opening packs. Pretty crazy. Wish I got it on camera. So pretty great box. But Channel Lake Frigid is still sitting at about 220. All right, as you go to the Majestic Rainbow Foils, you can see we've got some losses here. This is your percentage meter here. Endless Winter's down 21%. Awakening down 20%. Lighted Up's down 20%. Fulminate's down 27%. Flicker Rift's down 17%. Force of Nature, the only one that hasn't gone down. Channel Map Heroic is actually up. Flash Freeze is down 42%. You can see significant losses, and then Channel Thunder Step is up 33%, and Channel Lake Fridge is up 15%. So all those channels are moving up. Meanwhile, most of the other Majestic Rainbow Foils are moving down. This puts your average price at a downwards trend of 7% to $5.06. This is for the Rainbow Foil Majestic. So kind of interesting to see. Not a significant amount of value, $5 each in those. Especially you get one and a half per box. So it doesn't add a whole lot to the EV, honestly. Looking at the Majestics then, you can see here too, everything is just kind of down. A couple of things aren't. Terra Sunder's not down. Blink's not down. Channel Mount Heroic's not down. The Pulses are one of the, Eisenloft's holding up. You can just see a lot of downwards pressure here on these cards. And on average, your price is at $3.31. We're down 12%. So, the kind of key cards here are Pulses. That's kind of what you're going for, is the Pulses and the Winter's Wail and Voltaire. It's kind of the cards you want to hit in the regular Majestic slot. Average at $3.31. The rares don't really matter. Rares, we'll show you the rares. We won't show you the common stuff. Rares are sitting at 41 cents on average. All right, let's hop into your EV calculation. Just a reminder of how we do this. They have told us that there's a cold foil in every 20 packs. That makes every 1.2 boxes. They've also told us that every 1 in 88 packs will have a legendary, which makes that 0.27% of a box. Sorry, 0.27, so 27.2%. And then you kind of can figure out the rest of those based on this. So we've averaged this out, based on this one cold foil Majestic every 4 boxes, one cold foil common every 1.5 boxes, and then 88 packs of the legendary, 1 in 48 getting a Fable. So based on that math, with the numbers that I've calculated here, your box EV, your true box EV includes the rares and the commons, rainbow foil and non-foil. You're sitting at $121.40. Your regular kind of EV, if you don't want to include the rares and commons because there's not much value in them, is sitting at $115.35. So just barely above hitting, actually it's just 111, 115, just barely above the box price. If you take out the Fable though, so this is if you're opening 40 boxes. If you take out the Fable, you're just opening 4 boxes a case. You're actually below your EV is already below the box price. Now here's the kicker, and this is what I was trying to make a point on in my box opening video. If you open a box without a legendary, then you hit just a cold foil common, then you're sitting at about $35. That's kind of your average if you just include the cold foil commons. It's actually a little bit higher. It technically should be the average price of the cold foil common here. And I think I've got it set up to $7.5. Actually, I could just change it real quick. So it's just gonna be $3 higher. This should be the average cold foil, not the average of that price. But the point here is that there's just not a ton of value. You're going to hit 40 bucks. It's just not a ton of value if you don't open up a legendary. It's kind of a risky business here. So that's where the EV is. That's where all the prices are. Compare that to last week. We were at 121, so really no change. We started at 140 on release. Really no big change. If you're going to be able to sell the commons, it's worth it. If not, it's probably not worth it to open up a box right now. Again, learn how to play sealed. I'm going to go back to my face. Here's what I said in my video yesterday. Look up some of the deck lists. Sorry, not the deck lists. Look up some of the people and the way that they drafted. Learn how to draft. Learn how to play sealed. That is the intention. I think draft more than sealed. But that is the intention of LSS for this set. I firmly believe that. They want it to be a really good draft set. If you're able to go to your local store and play draft, this is the way to do this set, in my opinion. With that being said, I hope you guys have a great day. Remember to be kind to the people around you. Make sure you check out the Patreon if you're looking for a collection tracker, going to buy some singles. If you want access to some of the bundles that I've been offering, from anywhere from Flesh and Blood to Metazoo to some other new stuff coming out in a couple weeks. With that being said, I hope you have yourself a fantastic day. Thanks for being here, and remember to be kind to the people around you.